This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
It's the post-game show here on 26 Sports and CCTV, where tonight the Cadillac Vikings have come away with about a 10-point victory over Traverse City Central. Just a little bit too much Viking offense. Traverse City still struggling to find their feet, if you will. Tough start to the year as they are now 1-9. Leading the way tonight for Traverse City was Karina Stewart with 12 points. Sage Hill with 6. Sadie Zahn 5. Siri Asialo with 5. Rebecca Boynton with 4. Madison Goodwin with 3. And then Taylor Kenny 2, Olivia Richards 2, and Jordan Blackhurst with 1. Traverse City stepped to the free throw line tonight, Jason, 22 times. That's something that Coach Mack and the Lady Vikings are going to have to work on. That's just too many free throw attempts to give up in a game.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of them were two-shot fouls, so they get 2 of them, and they got to 7 pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think it was right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Playing without fouling, especially on a full-court press like that, is super important.
And, if it wasn't for some three-point shooting from the Vikings, they'd been in a little bit of trouble because that's a lot of times to put a team to the free throw line. Yeah. Traverse City only making 1 3 tonight, and that went to Sadie Zahn. What do we got for the Vikings then, Jay?
Yeah, speaking of the Vikings and the three-point shot, they lived by it tonight. They had 11 three-pointers. Molly Anderson led the way for the Vikings with 26 points. She hit 6 threes. I think she even had a couple threes the old-fashioned way with the foul and the free throw. McKenna Bryant was the second leading scorer for the Vikings with 14, along with Macy Brown had 6. Olivia Meyer had 3. Michaela Knight had 2. Maddie Drabeck had 2. And then finally Cody Holly had 1 on a free throw. And so 7 people got in the scoring column. Emmeline Rosenberg did a good job. She started tonight and was pretty big in the beating the zone for Traverse City, along with Macy Brown. They both did a really good job of finding shooters, finding open areas in the zone, and then kicking it out to either Molly or McKenna or Olivia Meyer for a three-pointer.
Yeah, that's a lot of three-pointers. Did you say 11?
11, yep.
11, yeah.
Yep, and in terms of the scoring, Cadillac was up in the first quarter, 11-7. And then in the second quarter, at halftime, they led 28-17, so they increased their lead a little bit. Traverse City came out and had a pretty good start to the third quarter. They made some shots, they got some steals, and then Cadillac hit a couple threes near the end, and they took a 43-30 lead into the fourth quarter. And then it was just too much for the Traverse City to come back in the fourth quarter. So the final score tonight was 54-41.
Also, if you missed the beginning of the game, just an awesome celebration going on here, honoring our area veterans. A giant American flag donated from Team Elmers. Both teams wearing camouflage jerseys, with those being purchased from Home Depot. The Cadillac 8th grade band and the high school choir singing and playing before the game. Mike Filkins, the director for the band. Caitlin Adams directing the choir. Just an awesome display of patriotism here from Cadillac High School. And certainly we don't want to forget the Cadillac Area Honors Guard as they came out with color presentation also.
Yeah, and the big flag in the beginning of the game was a really nice touch. Having both teams and coaching staffs and managers and even some of the elementary school kids got under the flag and made it look pretty nice tonight. So the win for Cadillac puts them at 7-1, and they will travel to Ludington next Tuesday. And then their remaining schedule for January is at Traverse City West, and then they play home against Glen Lake on January 30th before returning to Big North in Alpena. For Traverse City, they are going to have a little time off. They play Petoskey on Thursday at Petoskey, and the loss tonight puts them at 1-9. So
yeah, Jason, you want to mention our sponsors and our crew behind the scene here tonight before we step off the air?
Absolutely. These guys do a great job. They get here early. They make sure things are plugged in and things are working. Heather Stilson is in the truck tonight doing a good job with directing everything. Isabel Granados is on the graphics and replay. Damian Brooks on the camera. Zach Wiggins and Rain Johnson Hill also on the camera. Our sponsors tonight, once again, the presenting sponsor is Cadillac Castings, and we thank them for all they do, along with Cadillac Tire, Fox Motors of Cadillac, and finally Pizza Plus. And if you would like to be part of that sponsorship team, we would love to have you. The phone number is 577-1844. And there's a lot of basketball between boys and girls left, along with hockey and some stuff in the spring too, and lots to be part of.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, everybody, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast here on 26 Sports and CCTV. For Jason Main, I'm Dan Gussard, and we wish everybody a good night and a warm weekend.
Good night.